Hello everyone, welcome to the last episode of our Meghalaya tour. We are on the second day of our trip, right?
Yes.
No, I think third. Second day was yesterday.
Second or third, whatever it is. It's just cold.
Yeah, it's very windy. Today it will be local tour for us and let's see what's stored. As already said, this was the last day in Shillong for us because we were about to start for Guwahati in the evening that day. The morning started with a breakfast in the hotel where we stayed and then it was the time for leaving that place. And this is the reception of Itzy Hotel where we stayed for last 2 days, and today we are going to check out from here and go back to Guwahati. For that day, as usual, we had a long list of places to visit, but we had to cut that short because we had to reach Guwahati by evening and it takes about 3 hours to reach Guwahati from Shillong. It says morning shows the day, but in the morning that day it was not so gloomy and there was obviously no expectation of rainfall. Yes, of course, it was a bit less sunny as compared to the last day and very windy. The first place we wanted to visit that day was Lightloom Canyon. I know it's a very stupid idea to visit this place at this time of the year, but we had no idea that the place would be covered with only clouds.
Right now, I'm in a heavy cloud.
And we are shivering. It's so cold.
It's cold.
It's so cold.
So cold. Making sure it doesn't fly off right now.
We are having adrak wali chai. What are you having, Mama? Crunchies.
Crunchy
And what are you having, Gora?
tea.
It's
Lemon tea, I think.
no ginger tea.
What?
Yeah.
I watched Tripta. ये Tripta.
There is an entry fee for this place and it is 30 rupees per person. Of course, adults, and for children it is 10. We selected this place because we saw some mesmerizing photos over internet, but no one warned us about this place being covered totally with clouds during this season. And surprise, there were many more not so intelligent people just like us visiting this place that day. I was feeling extremely cold not only because of the temperature but also because the clouds which were surrounding us were actually depositing water droplets on us. And as I said before, it was windy too.
When it's so cold, we have to start a fire soon. Like seriously,
Yeah.
it feels like it's -3.
We can't see anything here. It's a canyon, but we are unable to say anything. Just the clouds.
Using video game logic, we haven't unlocked this place yet. My fingers are turning red.
Anything else you want to share?
I'm freezing.
It's not free.
The next stop, as per our plan, was Shillong Peak. And we had an idea that we had to carry our ID proofs so that we could have an entry to this place to see a view of Shillong from a peak. And again, there was a vital information that we missed. Here, you have to leave your vehicle at a place and board another. And that vehicle will be preferably a bus where a lot of people will be gathered. Before that, you have to stand in a queue for long hours. I don't know how long. And then you will be reaching that place from where you can have this view, and then again you have to board that same bus and get back to the place where you left your car. And we decided not to do all these things because not only it will be time taking, but also it will be a very hectic arrangement for us. I don't know how beautiful it was, but of course, missing it was worthy enough because we had our children with us and it was not possible for us to stand for a longer period of time when it was already raining. So we decided to move towards Elephant Falls.
আমার ভাইটা শেয়ার করে
Not that one.
আস্তে আস্তে দেখা দেখা No. No.
The entry fee to this place was 100 rupees per person. As we were entering this place, there was a feel like we were entering Garden of Caves, but apart from this entry point, there was nothing common.
Twin one.
This whole area is divided into 3 spots where you can see different views of the same waterfall, I mean from different angles. The first spot was a wide angle view where you can have this whole area in front of you but from a distance. As you go down through the stairs from spot 1 to spot 2, you will find a bridge, and standing on the bridge you can see this waterfall once again. Again, there were stairs to go down to spot number 3. This was the last spot and it was very beautiful.
So now we're at Elephant Falls and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, this is the third one,
By the
right?
way.
There are other 2 upstairs there.
Somewhere. Oh, and one thing. Have you noticed my hat? Yeehaw.
And this is the whole view of the place. Too crowded. Near the entry gate, as you have already seen, there were lots of shops. As we already purchased our souvenirs last day, so we were not very keen to visit this. But obviously, we were hungry enough to have lunch in one of these places. As usual, this time as well, we took thali. And as you can see here, it was the simplest form of veg thali that we could have. And then it was the time to reach Guwahati as soon as possible. But again, we stopped at Umiam Lake. This is because of the fact that when we visited Umiam Lake 2 days back, we couldn't really enjoy that place because of 2 reasons. Of course, we were in hurry because it was almost getting dark. And number 2 was that my little one was very tired and sleepy and she was not interested to get out of the car at that point of time. And we had to force her and then she was cranky. Even before reaching Guwahati, we experienced this humid weather because it was already raining very hard. The hotel where we booked our room was very close to Guwahati railway station. It was one of the mistakes from my side that I didn't book an AC room because I didn't have any idea how warm Guwahati can be during this time of the year. Apart from having hot and humid weather, the stay in Guwahati was quite nice because of this room actually. As you can see, the space was quite big and we didn't have any complaint about the cleanliness as well. After checking in, the next course of action for us was to have dinner, and this time we had a special plan for this. This particular eatery, Hotel Shrikant, was established long before I was born. It is a very old one and it has a specialty in the crockeries that they use to serve food. As I mentioned in the first video of this Meghalaya tour, that my husband used to travel from Arunachal to Guwahati a lot of time during his childhood, so he has got some nostalgia. This hotel particularly had some kind of experience, childhood experience for him as well. And as you can see, the plates that are used here to serve food are made up of bronze. And they also serve a dish made up of dry fish, free of cost, with every meal. After such tasty dinner, it was time to sleep. While planning for this trip 3 months ago, I was very keen to visit Kamakya temple. Being a Shakti Peeth, it is known to be one of the most powerful places as per Hindu religion. As per our plan, we had to be in Guwahati for a very short period of time. So we were unsure whether we would be able to complete visiting this temple because it takes almost 6 to 7 hours in order to have a glimpse of the deity there. But of course, we thought of taking a chance, and it was only within an hour that we had everything done, thanks to the Almighty's blessings. The place from where we took these puja items, we found a person who is a priest there, and he took us inside the temple, and he said it will be only a matter of 30 minutes to 1 hour to complete this puja process. Of course, within this short time frame, it was not possible for us to visit the core area of the temple where you can actually touch the holy water of Brahmaputra river. But at least for me, it was enough that we could visit this temple and have Devi Kamakya's blessings.
আমি একটা ফটো অ্যাঙ্গেল দেখা দিছি ওই অ্যাঙ্গেলে আমরা তুলতে পারি রে রেডি
This was the hardest part because it was very windy up there and we had to light this diyas and incense sticks. Then there was time for other rituals to be performed. কি জল এটা?
ওই জলটা মুখে দিয়ে মাথায় দিবেন জি মানে ছবিটা আমার
As you know, this temple is situated on a hill. As I repetitively said that this trip was a budget trip, so we wanted to cut cost at everything. So on our way towards this place, we wanted to take a bus from Polton Bazaar. As we came out of the hotel, we found a family, an elderly couple actually. They wanted to visit this place, so we shared a taxi with them. And on our way back, we took a Toto. I really wondered how a Toto can manage to, go downhill and uphill through this path. The river that you can see in this part of the video is Brahmaputra River. As in India, we segregate the rivers into two genders. So this one is a male river. I just wanted to visit the jetty or something, but didn't get the time to do so. Since we wanted to visit this temple with empty stomach, so after this puja, we were feeling very hungry. And this time we wanted to have light breakfast. And of course, what can be lighter than a South Indian breakfast? Before entering this place, we thought and decided to have only dosa and idli, only South Indian breakfast. But when we entered this place, someone was eating puri and my daughter got attracted towards it and we had to order that one too for her. Since that was something for which this place was not famous, my daughter had to wait, and as usual, she was being restless. I was just ignoring that and capturing this video. Happy? Smile. Since we couldn't explore Police Bazaar in Shillong, actually there was no time to do so. So we didn't want to miss this opportunity to explore Polton Bazaar here. Today is a rainy day. It's almost end to our trip. Almost the end of our trip. We had to change our plan for some unavoidable circumstances. Well, we couldn't visit Brahmaputra River, but that's okay. We have visited the local market which is known as Polton Bazaar here, and now we are about to start for the railway station so that we can board the train to Howrah. This particular area of the train was for us while we were coming back from Guwahati to Howrah. Timing of the train was 12:40 and before lunch we boarded the train, and we were not very keen to have lunch because there were lots of options, as you can see here. As you know, this is the last one of our Meghalaya trip episodes, and this one is very long, like 22 minutes, and I know there are a few portions which could be excluded, but I didn't do so intentionally. This is because of the fact that my daughter loves to see herself in a video, no matter where it is shot, whether it is a video of a trip or it is of any activity that she is doing at home. She just loves to watch it over and over again, and in a way I also want to cherish this memory, so I just don't want to make this very professional and keep the videos short. And most of the time I just try to keep the original sound of these videos so that the vibes are not lost.
Invincible na.
This time the sunset was even more beautiful. Actually, this kind of clear sky we don't generally get in Kolkata. And in the first episode of this trip, I mentioned that I was actually thinking about those trips in US where we could find this kind of clear sky, sunset, sunrise, and of course a pollution free ambience. It's really heartbreaking, but it's true that in Kolkata it's hard to get this kind of white clouds roaming in the blue sky. Next day, early in the morning, we reached Kolkata, that is Howrah, and you can see the difference here. It is the sunrise that I have captured. Well, no more complaints. Thank you for watching this video and staying with me for such a long time, because it was a very long video. Stay safe and keep watching my video. Thank you.